Hello and good afternoon. I'm giving the conclusion, part 3 to 2004 Chevy 2500 HD. Fuel lines rusted out. I way overthought this way too much. This is just a commentary. What I says or do, you decide if it's right for you. I've been chasing many parts, working on this truck, trying to get it back on the road. It's been sitting for about 2 years. All I use it for is a snowplow, and that's it. Unfortunately, if you live in the Rust Belt area, which I live by the Great Lakes, the road salt plus now the liquid de-icers they use really puts a hurting on your vehicle in regards to rust, especially if you don't wash it off every time you use it, which is just about impossible. So, to tell you more about this fuel line I've been working on for the last 2 weeks, chasing it down, making it a lot more a project than it should have been. I bought Dorman stainless steel gas lines for $200, which did go in very nice. The guy was right at the parts shop that this is the next place or the next best way to go. Similar to sliced bread. I got my discount. It was still $200. I came home, checked Rock Auto. It was $135. So I lost money. Then on top of that, I was trying to get it apart right. I disturbed rust, because if you don't know rust, if you never worked on rust before, rust just leads to more problems, on top of more problems, and the more you disturb a rusty vehicle, the more stuff's going to break. So I tried getting my fuel line off over here. I ended up damaging my sending unit fuel pump, which is all one piece. So I had to go out. I had to chase a fuel pump and a fuel tank, because I'm behind getting my fuel tank out. I ended up breaking it. The tabs that hold it down. So I paid $200 for the gas lines. I paid $125 for a used fuel tank with a sending unit included. I put 2 hours to go pick it up, 2 hours to get home, plus gas, plus breakfast fee. Got a place right here I won't tell you, but it's the Breakfast of Champions. I'll tell you about that later. Let me see what else. I went to a local parts store. They have no idea what they're talking about. They know nothing about nothing. I see many parts stores are like that. You'd think I was talking to them in Greek. They have no idea what I'm talking about. They couldn't even tell you if it's a spark plug or an O2 sensor, most of these people that work there. All they know how to do is put numbers into a computer. They never worked on it before with no real life skills. They just know what the part numbers are. And if you don't know what the part numbers are to tell them what to look up, they're lost. At least back in the day, people had knowledge. You'd walk into a parts store and they'd say, oh yeah, I did this. Or talk to Johnny. Johnny knows how to do it. He did it before in his Camaro. So, I probably wasted about an hour at a local parts store. I bought extra parts. I probably spent $40 on extra parts that I didn't need. So to make a long story short, I made this way too complicated, and I'm still not completely done. And then I also broke a bolt on the one gas tank strap. As you can see, I still got it up on the ramps. I'll be finishing it off hopefully today. And it's been about, like I said, about 2 weeks. I wasted way too much energy, way too much time, and I'm still not done. So I probably figure just in parts and gas money, I probably got $375. And in my time, I probably got $200 more. So I got over $600 in this. And this rusted out truck that it's not my daily driver. I don't need it. So I'd recommend, see where your leak is. My leak was on the fuel line between the, right around the transmission. There was like 3 steel fuel lines that I could have just cut in place, replaced. So I'd recommend that, or you take it for what it's worth, you decide. Just go to your local parts store and buy 5 feet, 6 feet of rubber hose. Make sure you tell them it's fuel injector, line when I bought it, in the past it was cheap. This time I bought it, it was like almost $5 a foot. So I don't know what happened to it. It's crazy how much they charged. And make sure that you also get fuel injector hose clamps. Other people are trying to get by and using regular radiator clamps. I'll show you the difference if you're not sure. Come up here and take a look. This one right here is just a regular radiator hose clamp. Not good for pressure. And this little guy right here, it's a 5/16 hose clamp. If you want to know if your guy that you're talking with or girl at the store knows what they're talking about, tell them you want a 3/4 inch fuel injector hose clamp, and they'll just look at you. So, to make a long story short and sum it up, I wasted so much time and energy and aggravation chasing parts down, driving all over the earth to try to get this fixed and get it running. It's still not done. It's probably another hour or two left to button it up completely, but it's running. Recommend just don't make this into a project. Don't overthink yourself. Just find out whatever's leaking, cut it out, put the hose clamps on it with some fuel injector hose, and hopefully this will get you by. If this is your daily driver and you want to do it right, go ahead and spend the money. But for this truck, it's a piece of junk. Just use it for snow plowing. If something goes wrong in a fuel injector line and catches fire, so be it. So I would recommend don't put too much effort and thought into it, because I overthought myself, and like I said, I'm still working on a project. So hopefully this helps you out. Remember, what I said is just what I recommend. What works for you might be different. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.